From Julio Cruz and Gaylord Perry to Alvin Davis and Harold Reynolds to father and son back to back bombs. From Junior J, Joey, and Edgar with Randy, A-Rod, Dan, and the Sheriff to Ichiro Moyer and Mikey C to King Felix, Kyle Cruz, and Cano to the present with Julio, Gilbert, Kirby, and Cal. I don't believe it. It just continues. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. My, oh my, it's another sports podcast. Huge shout out to super producer Indy out there in Nashville, Tennessee. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Vaden Podcast Services bringing this show to life. Got to give a huge shout out to the homies in the live chat. We are back. Actually, I'm just back because RG is on that grave shift trying to buy him a spaceship and fly. Big programming news here. Big programming news here. We are going to be taking a my 2-week break because super producer Indy is going on a honeymoon with his new wife Darby. We are so happy. Love, love, love. I love some love. And we will be back Sunday, November 23rd. We are taking a honeymoon break. We will be back Sunday, November 23rd. Mariners Lifer, what's up, man? So, what we're going to do tonight actually is my heart's still a little bit broken about the Seattle Mariners. And there is so many different ways I want to diagnose Major League Baseball. I need to wait for RG to get back in the batter's box with me on that shit. So we're going to pause a little bit on the baseball. But if y'all were watching Sunday Night Football, man, the Seattle Seahawks beat down the Washington Commanders 38-14. It was even a bigger blowout than that, man. I mean, Sam Darnold literally had a perfect first half. This defense is ferocious. It could easily be the best front seven in the league. I mean, to start the game too, no big plays for Washington. I gotta get you in here for a second, Indy. A fantastic effort across the board from the Seattle Seahawks. What stood out to you as your favorite moments from this beatdown in the nation's capital?
It might just have to be the Okada interception. That
Ooh.
interception was just a sight to see. I mean, that and just seeing the rookies get involved heavily, like Horton getting 2 and Arroyo getting in the end zone. JSN continuing his dominant season, maybe historic season. Don't want to speak too soon. Man, AJ Barner's tush push thing, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
Like this offense is just firing on all cylinders. The run game looks weird, like doesn't look scary or anything, but it's effective enough to keep teams honest. I don't know. It's just the offense is firing on all cylinders. Like you said, the defense it might be the best front seven in football right now. It definitely is making a case.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. Well, Indy, I want to just take this any which direction. We're going to just go with the flow today. And I want to just jump into it then since Ginger Fit Dad's back. What's up, brother? We are taking a little bit of a my break, my friend, because Indy is going on his honeymoon. Congratulations.
Thank you.
But we talk about it, man. That I know all Gingerfit needs to say he's pissed about that move by Dan Wilson, and I'm sure he's referring to putting in my boy Bizzardo in the 7th inning where he gave up a 3-run bomb to Springer, and I criticized the move because okay, here's the thing. If in a 162 game season, it's the right move 162 times, man. It's the right move to put Bizzardo in the regular season. But this is for the World Series, man. This is where you gotta buck the trends. And here's the other factor. Dan Wilson coached the best. He managed the best season we've seen out of Munoz, and a huge reason why was because he would only bring him in the ninth inning. He's giving him that consistent open runway every single time, and it should have been different in that seventh inning, Indy. It really should have been different in that seventh inning. You got to bring in your best pitcher, man. If Munoz gives up a homer to Springer, we say salute. God bless, man. You beat us. But it's always going to hurt knowing we didn't have best on best in the most critical moment in Mariners history.
Yeah, it definitely will. It definitely will. And it's uh it's hard. I mean, hindsight's always 2020, and I think most baseball fans would say they'd put Munoz in that spot. So whatever they were thinking in that dugout beats me. I just know the outcome sucked. This
Mm.
feeling sucked. And I'm on the football, man.
Yeah, well, and that's the huge thing is for me too, Indy, is me and RG can get real deep into the weeds together, and that's why we'll go baseball heavy after the honeymoon break. Baseball heavy after the honeymoon break, but holy shit, dude. Mariners Lifers got Sam Darnold as the MVP right now. It's hard for me to argue against that, except for maybe Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Bucks did win the head to head in Seattle. But I'm just thinking about this, man. You referenced two touchdowns to Torrey Horton, rookie fifth rounder. He got the touchdown on the seam, Indy. You are a Miami fan. We both love the NFL draft. That was exactly what we envisioned when the Seahawks picked Elijah Arroyo in the second round at tight end, man. What
Yes,
was that?
sir.
About a 30-yard seam seed from Darnold. If those two can get a connection like that, just devastating consequences for defenses if those two can get their chemistry rolling.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, he's a huge, fast guy. Anytime you can get him rolling, or a guy like that rolling, it's gonna be tough. Especially when you already have JSN terrorizing any and every DB that lines up across from him.
No, it's unreal, man.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's another 8 for 129, and they basically took him out in the fourth quarter. You could make the case that Jackson's the best wide receiver in the NFL right now, man. And I just want to go back to earlier in the game. The running statistics have not been nearly as efficient or productive as I would hope for. But damn it, Indy, it can be so effective. We see the play action touchdown to Horton early, coming on a deep crosser. We see the deep corner route to Cody White go for a huge touchdown. Absolutely freaking fantastic. But I want to talk about the first play of the game. We're running a toss sweep to the right, and Indy, you know, when Big Abe Lucas is pulling and running around downhill towards her DP, cowboy collar, eye black, motherfuckers coming to run right through your chest. 6 yard game. Set the tempo right away. Our two tackles are playing wonderful. Heck, I'm going to give a little props to Anthony Bradford because he actually played a pretty good game on Sunday Night Football. Don't let it confuse you, though, Indy. That is the one place with a couple days left before the trade deadline. I would love to see the Seahawks be able to acquire a veteran right guard. I think that would go a long way. Live chat and then Indy also. My pick is, can we find a solid veteran right guard at the trade deadline? Is there any position that you're targeting for a deadline move?
I mean, I think most people are gonna say right guard, but aside from that, depending on this Ernest Jones injury and already the sketchy
Mm,
depth at linebacker, I would say maybe another stand-up off-ball linebacker, possibly.
yeah, okay. That makes a lot of sense there, man, because I have been extremely pleasantly surprised that this Drake Thomas has made such an impact on the team this year. You referenced Ty Okada earlier. I mean, he is cracking skulls, making plays. That interception on the sideline, man, he's looking like Marvin Harrison Sr. out stretching as far as he can, toe tapping on the sidelines. Tommy's with you, need a linebacker. I like that, Indy. And another reason I would like that too is in the trade value aspect is it's going to cost less in trade ammo to go and acquire a off-ball linebacker compared to an offensive lineman. But I would still go for right guard, Indy, because although I can't let Bradford's game against Washington blind me from the fact that he struggled all season, and I think if we don't even need anyone great, and it's not like no one's trading a great guard anyways. Can we find someone that's just league average consistently? Would go a really long way for this offense. But Indy, tap into my old school roots here, man. Robbie Oots. Oots' first game back. He is meeting linebackers in the hole. He's setting the edge, and it's really fun to watch, man. And although I truly believe the Seahawks could win this game, I did not expect them to come out here and absolutely curb stomp Washington. It's really fun to see. We got a 6-2 Seahawks team and a somewhat favorable schedule coming up in the next few days, man. Tyson Baxter, what's up, brother? Like I said earlier, man, I really wanted to come on here and just let y'all know that we are taking a honeymoon break. We'll be back November 23rd. We'll be back November 23rd, me and RG in the saddle at that day. But man, as much as I love my wife, it makes me so happy to see Indy and Darby embarking on this journey together. And I'm just so happy for you guys. But Indy, the Ravens are back too. Lamar Jackson, say what you want about his playoff performances. He is maybe the best regular season player in the NFL for the past several years. It's actually at the point, Indy, where I saw the wise guys even have Baltimore as the favorite to win the AFC East. Holy smokes, man. I wrote down so many things during the. Oh, yeah. Huge props to the Seahawks. You want to talk about execution, Indy? 12 plays, 90 yards on the first possession. That is offensive execution. 12 plays, 90 yards, and okay, here we go. Here, I wrote this down, but I forgot the play in its entirety. Indy, but you got Witherspoon blitzing, the line dominating. You got Daniels just hucking it up, and then Ty Okada finishes the play with one of the great catches of the entire season. Not just picks, great catches of the entire season. Now I got to ask you this, Indy. I wrote this down. Do you think Clint Kubiak is going to get some head coaching interviews the way things are going with this offense this year?
I mean, with this, what have you done for me lately, ass league? Definitely. I hope he's happy where he's at though. That's all I can say. And thanks, Ginger
Mm.
Fit. And the Colts are gonna get smacked on December 14th.
Ooh, baby.
He knows it. He's just yapping. And you said something about Lamar being like the greatest regular season player in the league. I mean, he's definitely not the greatest playoff. I love watching him play. It's just you got to win when it counts.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Ginger Fit is exactly right though. Jaden Daniels should not have been in that game still at that point.
Speak on it.
Now he's probably not playing for a pretty good amount of time. I doubt he'll see the field
Well,
this season.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. His arm got snapped, man. We're not gonna see him back this year. So, in your opinion, then the risk of injury, which is what happens, outweighs the rewards of a game that's already gone. Let's just put it like this, Indy. I mean, the Seahawks pulled out all of their premium players. We took out Leonard Williams. We took out Charles Cross. We took out Sam Darnold eventually. Maybe it was a giant mistake. And I honestly didn't really think about it like that at the time, Indy. But part of it's because you get numb to injuries in football. And part of it is I just feel you always got to compete till the end. You think this definitely was negligent, though.
Yeah, I mean, you had what, like less than a quarter left at that time? And you're down 30 points, 31 points. Like, why is he
Yeah.
out there? I mean,
Yeah.
he's just coming off an injury as well, right?
Yeah. First game
Like,
back. Well, I mean, there was a lot of thought that he wouldn't even
ah,
get back to this game.
I just hate seeing young, talented quarterbacks get hurt, especially when there is no need for them to be on the field.
Mm. Well, their season's gonna go south quickly. Oh, Ginger
Yep.
Fit, I forgot, is the Denver Broncos fan. Sean Payton knows how to win, and seeing what's gone on in New Orleans since he left, that also makes me realize how impressive of a coach, how impressive of a team builder Sean Payton is. I just want to go back to something I wrote down too, Indy, is I think that Ken Walker might be even more effective when he has a lead blocker. When he I noticed on the very first play of the game, like I referenced earlier, Abe Lucas Pullen leading the way for him as his lead blocker there. I noticed it a couple of times when Robbie Oos was blasting linebackers, setting the edge. It felt like we got a ton of production on the run plays on Sunday night with a lead blocker for Ken Walker. And that's really something I hope the Seahawks self scout. I hope they really take note of that because anything we can do to create a more consistent running game, because that's the thing, Indy, we still get way too many negative runs in my opinion. Way too many negatives, man. You got to at least get a couple yards, man. Got to at least get a couple of
Yeah.
yards. The negatives kill you over time. But I just wrote down this list, man. I just wrote down this list, and since the Russell Wilson trade, guys that they have drafted, we're talking Cross, Mafe, K9, Lucas, Kobe, Wallen, Tariq Young, Bull Melton. Yeah, he's with Green Bay. He's playing well. Spoon, JSN, Hall, Charbo, Bradford, Murph, Barner, Knight, Christian Hayes, and Anthony Badford. Major question marks. Zabel, Eminwari, Arroyo, Torrey, Horton, Oos. I think Riley Mills will be good after his redshirt year. And Jalen Milroll, I already forgot about, man. The key to having a huge come up in the NFL is to string together a few really good drafts. And the Seahawks absolutely did this. And Texas Power Ranger, what's up, brother? Good to have you back on the chat with us. We'll be back in the fold with RG in a couple of weeks. And I juxtapose that Indy with the Houston Texans. So it looks like the Seahawks took a mid first round pick in Gray Zabel. It looks like that one's going to work out great for the team. The Houston Texans took a mid first round pick on Kenyon Green at guard, and it turns out to have been a complete whiff. Indy, you know as well as I do. You know a ton about the NFL draft. You know a ton about the college prospects. If you're going to take an offensive lineman in the middle of the first round, you really have to hit on that player.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I don't remember the exact. percentage, but it was like after pick 8 or something like that, drafting an offensive lineman, it's a lottery. More so than many other positions or position groups, I
Mm.
should say. Oh, Ginger Fit, we love to see it. We love to see it.
So the Bills looked like the much better team today. This was the worst completion percentage Patrick Mahomes has put up in his career against the Bills defense that has honestly struggled at times this year. A team that we were kind of wondering about. Oh, I want to say they were on a 2-game losing streak before the bye week. The bye week can work wonders for a team, man. You see Buffalo come out, major win over Kansas City. Look at the Seahawks, prime example. Shoot, the LA Rams absolutely curb stomped the Saints like we thought they would. Good teams, good coaches take big advantage of the bye weeks, man. And it'll be interesting to see about the Chiefs, man. I know Ginger Fitz got his Broncos bias, as I'll call it, but the Broncos are a damn good team, man. And oh, I don't even want to get into it, man. Indy. Oh, I feel so bad for my boy Pete Carroll down there in Vegas.
Yeah, it's not a good look over there. His first year in Seattle didn't go well, but I don't think he's got as much time in Vegas or patience, or a leash, I should say, in Vegas that he did in Seattle.
Well,
G-
his
Gino,
age is working against him.
yeah,
Gino,
100%.
what is that? Oh my God!
Fell off a cliff, man. Yeah,
Timeout.
Ginger fan, he's
Timeout.
been terrible.
Where Indy live chat? Feel free to everyone that wants to answer. Indy, I'm gonna ask you. Of all the transactions in the NFL offseason, where would you rank the trading of Geno slash signing of Sam Darnold in terms of the most important slash best moves of the offseason? Because to me, it might be number one.
It's 1A to Daniel Jones to the Colts 1B.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say it's those two. Those two are probably the most impactful acquisitions of the offseason.
I was dead ass wrong about the Colts, man. I thought they were going to be a done. I did not believe in Daniel Jones. I never believed in Anthony Richardson. I thought the Colts were going to be up shit's creek having a top 5 pick. I mean, I know they got blasted at Pittsburgh today, but that's still a 7-2 ball club, Indy. Great call. Daniel Jones.
I mean,
I did not believe I was absolutely wrong, man.
if you look at the Colts season last year, they really were just, I mean, they were a quarterback away from being a competitive team. Daniel Jones was terrible today. Everybody has duds. But for the bulk of this season, he's been phenomenal. The Colts, I mean, they won. I think they might have had a just above 500 record with Anthony Richardson and Joe Flacco platooning.
Mhm.
So
They won 9 games with Gardner Minshew.
that as well. Like,
I really should we should have taken that into consideration more. I just thought Danny Dimes couldn't play, and maybe he just had a lucky first half of the season. Maybe he's going to turn into a pumpkin again, but I just it's really hard for me to believe that all these teams are created equal, Indy, because they're not. They're just not, man.
I think no, 5 turnovers is not too common, but how many points did they lose by? 7 or something like that, right?
Mm.
5 turnovers and only losing by 7 is also not very common. That's the making of a good football team, in my opinion.
Well, here's the one thing. Here's one thing I overlooked. Like, let's just say the Colts can get adequate quarterback play. Indy, they have what, three first rounders on their defensive line. They have the best guard of his entire generation. This is Michael Pittman Jr. Well, here's another huge factor. What happens if you draft a guy who turns into a star rookie? Tyler Warren. What a game changer it is, Indy, if you can ever draft a star rookie. Because this is what I also always need to remind myself. We always want these guys to be good instantly, to be instant impact players. Most guys are not going to be week one instant impact guys. And Indy, even furthermore, by definition, a second round grade is a player who will eventually become a good starter. Eventually. And that's a second round pick. And I get caught up in it as much as anybody else because I love college football. I love the NFL draft. I love the NFL. So I love that whole process. But we got to give these guys a little bit of time to grow. Mafe had like half a sack his first year. Derek Hall had like half a sack his first year. Both are game wreckers off the edge. Got to let these guys develop. And I do like it though, man. I like seeing guys resurrect their careers, and no one more so than Sam Darnold. Put some respect on Sam Darnold. I have to now.
Oh yeah.
Indy, I'd be very careful. The E word. I'd be very careful saying someone's elite. I really try to refrain from using that word, but for basically a season and a half, Sam's been elite.
Yeah. I mean, he's been elite for a good portion of that the past season and a half for sure. He's had his I would still argue elite players show up in the biggest moments, and he hasn't proven he can do that yet. So
Yeah,
I would be a little
TBD.
remiss to say it too soon, but I I think it's going to go down as one of the best Seahawks free agent acquisitions ever at this rate.
Hmm. Well, the one thing I said when when the Seahawks after the NFL draft, I should say. So when we knew that the Seahawks had Darnold, they had Milrow, and they still have Drew Lock. So, well, we're gonna have to get to this in a second. I don't know how that's possible. No, well, let's just do it right now. That's blew my mind. Ginger Fitz saying Ty France won a gold glove. Indy, I can't even believe this, man. Ty France won a gold glove. Did he steal it? Did his hand fall into the bronze rate? What is going on? Ty France with the gold glove. I completely threw me off, bro. That completely threw me off.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that one.
My oh my, it's another sports podcast. Indy, Nick Emenwari, you were saying he is a crazy, crazy unique player. I mean, this dude is, covering slot receivers man to man at times. My favorite is when they're trying to run wide receiver screens. He just blows up the entire play. Freaking Emenwari, that was a great call by you. And who's got a deeper front in football? We got Big Cat, Murph, J. Reed, D-Law, Mafe Hall, Nwosu. But who's got a deeper front than the Seattle Seahawks? We got Sam Darnold balling out. JSN. You cannot name four more receivers better than him. I dare you to name two more better than JSN. Indy. I was so disappointed about the Mariners. And like we said, in 2 weeks after the honeymoon break, we are going to dive so deep, man. We're diving Jacques Cousteau deep into the Mariners offseason and everything that transpired in 2025. Indy, I'm kind of jacked up on the Seahawks right now, man. We know Ginger Fitz feeling his Broncos. What you got to say, man? Anything else for the people?
I mean, in response to your front seven, Gingerfit does have a case there with the Broncos having one of the best. Their front seven is
Yes.
nothing to play with.
Yes.
Is nothing to play with.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm biased toward our guys, but you know, I gotta show respect where it's due. Other than that, I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
somebody said in chat earlier that they want us to go after a premier running back before the trade deadline. I don't even know.
If we trade for A Chain, I'm gonna throw my microphone.
Yeah, I mean, that is not a name that came to my head when someone said premier. But
Oh, he's been
I'm
in a
not
lot of
sold
trade
on.
rumors.
Yeah, I have seen a little bit of that. I'm just not sold on Charbonnet or Kenneth Walker, man. There's been multiple coordinators, and I don't know. Something just
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't think that there's a running back on the market that's going to tip the needle in terms of how much better they are compared to Walker and Charbonnet. I truly believe, Indy, if we just got a guy that's basically a league average right guard would do wonders for this offense, in my opinion.
absolutely. I mean, that's my first choices, right guard, and then linebacker. But I saw a report from so I can't remember who exactly, but they said that the Seahawks are going to be aggressive at multiple positions.
Mm.
So I'm interested. I am interested.
We know John Schneider's never been afraid to make a big trade. Since him and Pete got together with the Seahawks in 2010, John Schneider's never been afraid to make a move. We know Ginger Fit wants Jalen Waddle in Denver.
Brees Hall is a good
Ah,
name.
fun time of year. Brees Hall,
Brees,
okay. But I don't think Brees Hall's necessarily I don't think he's better than Ken Walker or Zach Charbonnet. I just don't. I think they're all good running backs who can have great moments but can also have head scratching moments. And I just feel that's just kind of a sideways move.
I respect that. Yeah, I'm not huge on Brees Hall, but I'm just trying to think of running back names that would even make sense. I mean, I wouldn't be mad seeing Alvin Kamara reunite with Kubiak.
Oh,
Kamara's
that's
a because
interesting.
he
That's
wouldn't cost
interesting.
much, and he probably wouldn't even cost. We wouldn't have to get rid of Ken Walker or Charbonnet right now if we did. Yeah.
Now that would be all about the pro scouting staff then, because they would have to deep dive into Kamara's production's really fallen off this year. Is it his age and ability, or is it the absolute dumpster fire that's surrounding him right now? And that's where the pro scouting staff makes, or I should say, earns their keep. Is in that sort of situation right there.
Yeah, that I mean, that's the question, and that's why he'd be cheap,
Yeah,
you know.
and I was sitting first row, north end zone when the Saints came to Seattle. So I got a really good look at New Orleans, Indy, and it would be really hard to make a judgment on basically any of the skill players, including the quarterback, including Kamara, because New Orleans was just absolutely overwhelmed. They were absolutely overwhelmed by the Seahawks' speed and physicality on both sides of the ball. So it would be impossible for me to really judge how Kamara truly did in that game. And that's why I said it's all about the pro scouting staff there. But I'm freaking pumped, man. And like I've said several times, guys, RG will be back. I'll be back. And the whole team will be back November 23rd. The whole team will be back November 23rd because our super producer and dear friend Indy is going on his much deserved honeymoon. And myself, Katie, RG, the live chat, we are all so freaking happy for you, dude. So we will be back in full force then.
Thank you.
Oh, I like Tyson's idea. Alvin Kamara to the Ravens. Now, I really like that. Justice Hill's a good third down back, though. Justice Hill is a pretty darn good third down back. Kamara's definitely on the trade block. Y'all, shout out to super producer Indy, Vaden Podcast Services. That's Vaden Podcast Services. Thank you so much to the live chat. Shout out to the best co host on planet Earth, RG. It's your boy Ty, my oh my. It's another sports podcast. We'll see y'all later.